It's Wednesday, July 13th here in Seoul. Hey everyone, it's Debbie from Korea Now, and these are your daily headlines. President Yoon visited a memorial altar for former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe set up at the Japanese Embassy in Seoul on Tuesday. After paying tribute to the former Japanese leader, President Yoon offered sympathy and consolation to Abe's family and the Japanese people. He also expressed his hope for a close cooperation between South Korea and Japan, describing the two nations as the closest neighbors. Abe was assassinated last week during a campaign speech in the Japanese city of Nara. South Korea is facing another resurgence of COVID-19 driven by the highly contagious BA.5 subvariant of omicron. In fact, the virus headquarters said this morning that the number of daily infections could spike to over 200,000 again this summer. Authorities are expecting the virus wave to reach its peak sometime between mid-September and mid-October. To cope with the resurgence, the government will secure additional beds for COVID-19 patients in advance while maintaining the current testing system at local hospitals. And if the situation gets worse, authorities will bring back previous virus measures like the live-in treatment centers. South Korean businesses with heavy investments in the long-suspended tours to Mount Kumgang in North Korea are calling for a special legislation for compensation. The two groups representing them made the call on Tuesday, pinning the blame for the suspension on the decisions made by past governments. The tour to Mount Kumgang was seen as a symbol of inter-Korean cooperation before it was suspended in 2008 when a South Korean tourist was shot dead by the North Korean military. The business people said after 14 years of suspension, they can't wait any longer, and they urged the South Korean government to craft a special bill aimed at recouping their money and canceling related debts. Earlier this year, satellite imagery showed that North Korea had begun removing South Korean facilities near Mount Kumgang, including a hotel and a golf resort. And more recently, the Unification Ministry has also found signs that North Korean authorities have been using South Korean facilities at the Kaesong Industrial Complex without permission. The ministry said it will monitor the regime's attitude and consider additional measures if necessary. And those are your top stories. For full-length articles, you can go to our official website, linked down below. As always, make sure to subscribe to Korea Now for more daily updates.